All right, so let's go ahead and get it started. All right, guys, welcome back to some crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC. We're going to talk about Ethereum, Link, and Uni. We're going to take a look at BTC on the daily time frame down to the hourly time frame, and what type of price action we could anticipate over the next like a few days, especially over the weekend. Right, it could be a very boring weekend, a very corrective weekend, and all that good stuff. So we're going to dive into the analysis and basically try to figure out like if we could get some cheaper BTC, or if we could be selling BTC at much higher prices and all that good stuff, right? So make sure to hit the likes, make sure to join the public Telegram group, link in the description. You can also find the Discord link in the description, right? So let's get started on the daily time frame, right? So if you take a look at BTC, right, what we said last time was like BTC is not even moving on a daily basis. So it means like if we're not moving on a daily basis, it means like the daily volatility has to be very high, right? For instance, like if you're not trading, let's say you're trading BTC on the hourly, so what do you expect? Like a high volatility during the hourly time frame, right? So if you are trading BTC on the daily time frame, right, let's say you're trading BTC on the weekly time frame, you would be expecting the lower time frame to be in high volatility, like the daily and so on, right? So so when we were pumping like let's do this. So when we were pumping to the upside right here on a daily basis, what I was saying, like we're gonna get some sort of rejection. We're gonna talk about it on the hourly basis and all that good stuff. We're gonna get some sort of rejection at the hourly 100 EMA, which was somewhere around like a 43.5 up to a 45.5, right? So BTC hit the hourly hourly 100 EMA exactly at 0.618, at 50% up to 0.618, and got a nice dump back down to support area right here, all the way down to like a 409, right? 409 was our previous temporary support, all the way down to a 35.5, right? So basically the daily 21, it is still above the price action right here. So we're still pretty bearish on the daily basis, right? In order to get the daily control, we're gonna need to basically push back up above the daily 21 to at least start like considering a potential reversal and all that good stuff, right? Even though price action is above 42k, it is not a bullish sign. Okay, it is not a very bullish sign till we get at least a daily close above the daily 21 EMA, which is right now at 45.4. okay, 45.4, right? So now let's take a look at BTC on a 6-hour basis, right? 6-hour 21 EMA, as we said also, right here, 6-hour 21 EMA basically rejected the price, just like the 1-hour 100 EMA. We got the China FUD, right? Everybody was saying, oh, oops, we're gonna moon, and basically we got the China FUD and we dumped to the downside, just like what happened back in 2017, right? When BTC was at 49.72, 49.90, something like that, right? And we got the China FUD the first week of September 2017, and we dumped all the way down to like a 29.72, right? Sometime in late September and all that good stuff, right? So basically what I'm expecting right now in the short term on the 6-hour, we could still be correcting between 45, right, down to 40k, let's say 39.5, right? We can still get the next leg to the downside all the way down to 40k, and still pump back up to a 44-45 range. Okay, so something to keep in mind, the range between 45k all the way down to a 39.5 going to be very corrective. Okay, if we get a strong support on the hourly basis right here down up to the 6-hour time frame, keep an eye on the bulls to push back up to like a 44-45, but we will discuss it as we go. The volume is decreasing right here, but at the same time selling volume is also decreasing. And if you notice well, I like the bullish divergence right on the 6-hour right here. We discussed it yesterday. We said if we drop right here and either get a second bullish crossover on our on our MACD right here on the 6-hour time frame, we could get a pretty good chance to retest like a 44-45 range. So it is likely to, you know, be a very corrective weekend. So keep an eye on BTC being in this range over the next like a few days and so on. Okay, it doesn't have to, right? It doesn't have to be in this range. If we strongly break out below 40k, we got our next target all the way down to you know, 38.2, 38.5 right here. Okay, and it can still push back up after retesting 38. So all I'm saying is like bulls still got a chance, right, to retest 44-45. Okay, or at least the range of you know, 43.5, right, which is like the 6-hour 21 EMA right here. Now let's take a look at BTC on an hourly basis. So if we take a look at BTC on an hourly basis, if you join our basically public Telegram group, I basically sent a you know, a setup a couple of days ago when BTC created this bull divergence, right, which was our first setup right here. What we said was like, we're going to be pushing back up to basically this box right here, right, the red box. And what happened, we got rejected exactly you know, at 45k. I saw the move right here. Bulls were looking like they're going to be breaking out, but I knew it was a fake out, so I did not basically say anything regarding a potential you know, breakout to the upside. What happened the next hour after that, we basically got the dump to the downside, right? So let's take a look at it right here. Do this. All right. Okay, so Discord doesn't want to show up. It's okay. So basically what I was trying to show you is like when we got the bullish divergence right here, I was saying like we got a pretty good chance to push back up to you know, 45k. And if you take a look at it on an hourly basis, right, 45k, it is exactly at 0.618 right there, that red box, right? So right here, so that's where we got rejected at 0.618 and dumped all the way back down to nearly 0.786 in one go. Okay, on an hourly basis, right? So on an hourly basis also, right, you can see like we did create a bearish divergence right here on BTC, even on Ethereum. Okay, I spotted the Ethereum bearish divergence first, right, before even BTC started a strong bearish divergence right here. So we dump all the way down to you know, nearly 41k or lower, right? So hourly basis, it is still bearish. We could potentially get another short-term bullish divergence right here, but since like the timing is so short, I'm not sure if the next bull divergence on the hourly going to be strong enough. Even if we get one, okay, it might be just a fake out, something like that, okay, and then retrace lower. So keep an eye on BTC for in the short term, within the next hours or so excuse me, to retest like you know, 407, something like that. Okay, 407 to 409 range right here, and a potential retest of 42. So very corrective. We could get a very boring weekend and low volatility if we're going to be staying in this range, right, and still push back up potentially, right? So now let's go ahead and move on to Ethereum. So Ethereum right here, you know, we're gonna take a look at Ethereum on the hourly first, right? Ethereum, I spotted the bearish divergence, right, on the hourly basis. Let's take a look at it. Actually on the 15 minutes, it was cleaner on the 15 minutes, right? But now it might be better to check it on the 30 minutes, right? So as you can see right here, we spotted the bearish divergence, right, started right here. Even though Ethereum dumped back down to like a 305, bumped back up to retest the 3160 range, which was our exactly, which was exactly our basically top range for a potential rejection. Okay, we talk about like a 3108 up to basically a 3160 being a rejection area for Ethereum, right? We're going to take a look at it on a 3D basis. So that's where we got the rejection. That's where we got the rejection at, and dump all the way down back down to a support area right here. Beautiful bearish divergence right there. Okay, you can take a look at it on the 30 minutes time frame right here. Okay, so and we did get a 5-way structure right here. Okay, you got a clean 5-way structure right there, and a bearish divergence between your wave 3 and 5 right there. Okay, so nice setup for the Ether bears, right, to basically strike the price all the way down to 2730, 2750, right? So now let's take a look at Ether on the 3D basis. So Ethereum, I like it on the 3D basis. It is not giving us any noise at all, right? The only thing we're relying on right now on the 3D basis is like we below the 3D 21. So whenever we bounce back up to the 3D 21 EMA, we're most likely going to get some sort of a rejection again. We're not breaking out below the support area at 2750, but we're most likely going to see some aggressiveness once we get back up to like a 3150. Most likely bear is going to be showing up and going to be giving us some tough time, and could be rejecting the price all the way down to like a 2350. 2350 going to be at 0.618 right there. Okay, right now we're just holding strong at 50% pullback. 0.618 going to be at 2350. 0.786 down to a 0.888 right there, going to be nearly at 2150 down to like a 1971. Okay, so keep an eye on Ether to retest like the low 2000 area if we break out below the mid-range right here. Okay, so if we get back above the 3D 21, we could start to say, hey, let's just be cautious regarding Ether, and if MACD flips positive, right, we could we could start to be bullish on it till we get basically break out above 4K, right? But in the short term, bears are driving the bus, right? So let's just stick with the bears, right? So now let's go ahead and move on to Link. So Link, it is not doing bad, right? I was expecting I'm still expecting some sort of support from Link, from like 19 to $20 range. We're not breaking out below $20. Okay, Link doesn't want to break out below $20. Even the big dump we just got, Link did not dump badly. Okay, let's take a look at it on the daily. Okay, it just dumped back down to a support right here, just about like a 21.1. Okay, if you take a look at it on the 3D basis, you can even see it. Okay, you can even see it on the 3D basis. Let's just remove this guy right here. Okay, so if you take a look at it on the 3D basis, it is just acting like Ethereum pushed back up to the 3D 21, got rejected right back down. So we gotta lose $21, and we're going to be looking for the $17 to $16 range. It is still going to be accumulation, okay? Because I think like Link at some point going to get some sort of supports right here, okay, somewhere around like $18 to $20, right? If we break it, we got 16 to 17 potential support right here. Okay, let's take a look at it in terms of Fibonacci again, right there. Okay, $19 going to be 19.6 going to be at 0.618, and basically 16.5 going to be just about like a 0.786. All right, so something to keep in mind regarding Link, it is nearly at support area. Okay, it is likely to retest the support area within the next like a few days and so on. So bulls most likely going to be reaccumulating starting from 0.618 right here. Okay, starting point from 0.618. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Uni. Hey, what's up, Tariq? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Tariq is saying like it is like we're likely to see a strong bounce from 38K we will see, because we're looking for a potential support at 38.2 to 38.5. So we will see. Okay, once we get there, we will basically readjust and re-strategize, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at this guy Uni, right? So Uni bears are getting the job done. I think like Uni could basically retest the support area we're talking about right here. We talked about it multiple times, right? We said $16 to $17 going to be a good support for Uni. Okay, we could get this triple bottom right here. All right, we can get the triple bottom. It can still retest the lows, but it is not guaranteed. Okay, if BTC is to retest like a 38K and get a nice support, most likely Uni, okay, going to be one of the first coin to be rebounding. All right, so that's why I'm just anticipating a potential support at 16 to 17. Even though we can still drop down to like a 14, guys, we can still retest the absolute lows right here and basically just get a triple top also, right? Something to keep in mind. If BTC is to retest like a 45K, 46K, right, after retesting the 38.2 support, most likely Uni going to be very aggressive over the next like a few days and so on, right? We just don't want to break out below $14, $13 range. It could be nasty. It means like we're going to be looking for the bigger move to the downside, right? Which is going to be right here. Okay, right there. Okay, $11 going to be at 50% pullback. We don't want to talk about like a 0.618 because 0.618 is pretty bearish. It is at $8. Okay, it will be nice to reaccumulate Uni at $8, but let's just focus on $14, right? Maximum downtrend, right, till we get a clear directional continuation to the downside, and we're going to be like, oops guys, we got to suck it up, because we're most likely going to be retesting the 50% to 0.618. But as of now, I think bull's going to be showing up right here. Okay, I think bull's going to be showing up, right? If we're wrong, we just suck it up and reaccumulate right here, because it's not going to be dropping forever. Unless you're shorting, right? You're shorting the market, you're gonna be like, okay, I want these suckers to keep on dropping, and I'm gonna basically keep my position open and all that good stuff. But if you're reaccumulating for the next leg up, like what we did right here, you're not gonna be you don't want it to basically drop down to like even $11. Okay, so something to keep in mind. So temporary support 16 to 17. Primary support, right? Temporary primary support 16 to 17, right? So I'm going to take a look at the chat room to see if you guys have any question. Someone saying Tezos is pumping. I mean, Tezos okay, so Tezos is back above $7 right here. We're still not breaking out above $8 right there, so we need to get a clear above $8 to be looking for high prices, right? So if we break out above $8, our next upside resistance is going to be $15 to $16 right there. So you already know what's the deal with Tezos, right? So that's why I don't even basically focus too much on Tezos most of the time, right? So, and we got 23 right there, and we got $40 right there. Okay, so we got a long way to go, right, regarding Tezos, but we got to get a clear breakout above above 8.5 and even $10. Okay, even if you take a look at it on the macro view, right, $10 is going to be the trend line resistance, right here. Okay, $10 is going to be the trend line resistance. So we still got a lot of work to do to get to like a $16, 23, 40, and then 80 over the next like few weeks, few months, right? Think about it, guys. Think about it, guys. BTC is dropping, so that volume has to go somewhere. Okay, if BTC drops, some of these alt, they have to pump. Okay, they have to pump, right? So Tezos could take that volume and basically take advantage of the market being red and increase its market cap over the next like a few months and so on. We just need to get to like a 50 billion market cap to get to like, let's say $70. Okay, so 50 billion market cap for Tezos is not a lot. Let's go ahead and take a look at Tezos in terms of market cap. So in terms of market cap, it is just about like a 6.3 billion. Okay, so you know, if we 10x from here, almost like, you know, $75, $80, it's going to take us just about like 64 billion. All right, I don't think we're going to get to 64 billion because in the short term, because to get to 64 billion, it means that we're going to be like somewhere around like top 3, top 4. Okay, so it means that we're going to take out Binance and all that good stuff, right? So but I think like a 50 million, right, is good enough just to get back into the top 7, go above like a Solana and all that good stuff. So Tezos, it is looking good. Okay, it is looking good on the macro view, and we could definitely get to like at least 50 billion market cap over the next like a few months, right, which is going to be nice. Okay, Solana pump all the way up to like a what, 50 billion, right, over 50 billion, 60 billion market cap, right? So something to basically keep in mind, right? Hey, what's up, Pablo? Crypto in the house. Hey, what's up, Peter? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. All right, guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a look at some of your requests, right, regarding these alt, and then I'm gonna go back to BTC and all that good stuff, right? Thanks a lot, okay, for tuning in. So let's go ahead and take a look at Binance while you guys are getting your requests together and all that good stuff, right? So Binance, it is breaking out also below the 3D21, but the good news for the Binance bulls is like we did not create a bearish divergence. Okay, so we did not retest the top right here, not even like a 0.888, right? So 0.888 going to be at $600. The only way we could have said, hey, we're extremely bearish on Binance is like if we had retested the $600 range, 600 to a 650, right? So the absolute support in this range is going to be somewhere around like a 250 to 220 range right there if we break out to the downside. But we got to break out first. Okay, we got to break out, you know, firstly we got to break out below the 100 EMA right here. Let's take a look at it on the 2D basis. We're actually at the 2D 100 EMA, but on our first drop right here, we use our 100 EMA on our 3D basis. So we could definitely try to expect some volatility once we get back to the 100 EMA on the 3D basis, right, which is right now at 308. If we break out below it, the worst case scenario is going to be a retest of 250 to 220. Okay, so keep an eye on Binance, you know, especially in October, you know, for a potential high volatility upside momentum, right, if we find a good support right here. Okay, on the macro scale, I'm not sure if Binance going to be breaking out below the 382, you know, below $200 in the short term without giving us another pullback to the upside, right? So so we got support right here if we break out below the 100 EMA on the 2D basis, and 50% pullback going to be all the way down to like a 136. It depends how you want to draw it. Okay, you could also draw it from right here, from like August 2020 lows, right there. You could also draw it like that, or you could draw it like that also. It is still valid, right? But you just got to be consistent, right, regarding how you want to look at the price action and all that good stuff, right? But as of now, I think like taking it from here is good enough, right, just to get a rough estimate, right? Everything gonna be all right in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in. So now let's go ahead and take a look at a COIT. CELR engine. Ivan in the house, thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at COIT USDT for Peter. So Peter Moon Boy, I think COIT is going to the moon. as we I gave you the analysis in our premium, right? And what I was telling you was like, if we get the breakout right here, we're likely to go to the moon, right? So we're looking pretty good, just like Tezos, guys. So looking pretty good. We tested support right here, never broke out below it. So a breakout and close above, let's say 63 actually, okay, 63 cents, which is another 20% move, going to basically get the job done all the way up to $1 to $1.30, right? I gave you the analysis like last week, something like that, right? When it was like at 35, 37, right now we're above 53. So even though the rest of the market is dumping, COIT, Atom, Tezos, they're still looking pretty strong, okay? They're still looking pretty strong. That's why I'm saying like we can be extremely bearish on alt, because if we were in a bear market, everything going to be dumping, okay? Yes, we're in a short-term bear market, but we're not in a macro like a 10k 5k type of a bear market, okay? We could drop down to 38, dump down even down to like a mid 30k or even 30k. That's still going to be within the same range, because we've seen those prices like less than 3 months ago. So it is not like we're getting new prices like within the last like 6 months, something like that, okay? So we haven't seen like a 27k since like when December or something like that, right? Over 9 months. So we're still within the same range. So BTC could be moving sideways, or even stay around the same level, and some of these alt could be pumping. So you got to be careful how you analyze the market. You can't just generalize and say everything going to be dumping and all that good stuff, right? So that's why it is good to get some unbiased analysis, right? Not just be personally bullish or bearish and be bearish on everything or bullish on everything, right? But COIT is looking good. Let's go ahead and take a look at CELR. So CELR, it is still pumping as we said. Bang, okay, bang. Take a look at it, guys. Only Send Crypto can give you these type of moves, guys. I'm telling you, guys. I'm telling you. But I told you, I updated CELR when it was at 120, guys. 120. Right now we're at 430. We're looking for 480, guys. Even though market is dumping in our premium, we said what, guys? Updated CELR. We're still looking good. 250. Take profit. It is likely to dip back down to like a 175. It dipped down to like a 180, 184. Guess what, guys? After that, we're taking it to the moon. Okay, CELR, one of the reasons why I was confident it is going to be breaking out, because the volume was not volume, but the market cap was still low. Okay, market cap, it is still low, right? So I think it was like a 400 million, right, when I updated it. So I knew like even if markets dump, right, CELR pumping like 400 million will not change a lot in the total market cap. You see what I'm saying? So the market cap is pretty low, so it can dump without the market, and it can pump while the market is dumping. So but keep an eye on 450 up to 480. Don't want to be bullish above 480 right here, okay? Got to take profits. Yes, it can go all the way up to 700, right? But got to take more profits at 480, right? It is not a new analysis, so if you've been following me since like a CELR was like at 18 sats, right? 10 sats, we had these targets, okay? So it is not a new target. Hey, what's up, Quiet Cook? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. It's been a while, man. Where you been at? Cooking in the kitchen, right? Yeah, COIT. I like COIT better, right? Because COIT, CELR, HBAR, FET, they all got the same structure. I said it, guys, early this year, okay? They all got the same structure. So COIT already breaking out right here. So it means like most likely, right? COIT USD going to be taken over, okay? Going to be taken over, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at Engine. Let's take a look at Engine BTC because it will give us a. So Engine, so we double tap right here. So give it time, right? I would give it time right here over the next like a few weeks to see if we're going to hold support, right? If we're going to hold support, if we break out below support, then we basically going to be looking for another retest over the next like a few months down to even like a, you know, right here, okay, 1500 sats, something like that, right? Which is at 0.786, give or take, right? Exactly 0.786 right there, okay? So but in the short term versus BTC, let's just give it some time to develop, okay? I think like if we get anything below 0.786, going to be a steal for the next like a parabolic move. Remember, this guy can break out without the market breaking out, just like what happened back in 2019. If you remember, this guy 10x, just like, you know, what ICX did in 2020, this guy did it like in 2019, bang, okay? But in the short term, just keep an eye on this range of 3,000 down to like a 2,500, right, for reaccumulation. Okay, all right, let me see. So File BTC broke out today. I saw File BTC breaking out. I'm writing breaking out right before the BTC dump, because File BTC, if you remember the last dump, right, File BTC did not dump a lot, okay? I was kind of worried. I was like, man, why this guy is not dumping? It was just staying in the same range. Everything like, you know, everything was dumping like, you know, 15, 11% and all that good stuff. But File was just like, File USD was like, you know, 6%, 7%. I was like, okay, let me check File BTC. So File BTC was holding strong. So last night I was looking at File BTC and it broke out to the downside right before the BTC dump, right? So I was like, okay, File BTC is breaking out, right? Breaking down, but BTC is breaking out. So it means that if BTC breaks out, right, to the downside, of course, right, File BTC and File USD are going to take a big dump. So I saw it like, you know, as soon as, you know, we started the breakout right here. So that's how I knew BTC going to be breaking out, because this guy also, right, was holding strong versus BTC, okay? So we hit our target right here. We talked about the 240 last time before the breakout. So right now we just hitting 0.618 and below right there. We just hit like a, you know, nearly 0.7 right there. 0.786 is going to be down to like 140,000. Okay, so gotta give it some time to give us another pattern. As of now, it is just moving down. Let's see if we, over the next like a few days, if like we're gonna get some like a sort of bull divergences and all that good stuff. But as of now, the directional move, you know, it is either, you know, staying right here or dropping lower, okay, till we get a clear you know, bull divergence and all that good stuff, right? Then we're gonna be looking for some potential reversal, right? So let it basically consolidate over the next like a few days. So we gotta be patient with it now. Loom went back to sleep. Hey, yeah, what's up, Ivan? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Michael Cypher in the house. I'm live streaming your live stream. Hope you don't mind. So you double live streaming. You're doubling up. Send crypto, man. It's okay, man. Let's see. I will go ahead and watch your live stream later on. Okay, let's take a look at OneBTC. I was trying to make it a short live stream today, man. But you guys, let's take a look at OneBTC. Take a look at on the 3D. Yep, OneBTC back to support right here. So it is still looking good, man. Back to the 3D 21. So resistance going to be still at 600 to 700, right? So we could be following a potential trend line resistance right here. Going to start at 400, give or take, right? Depending on the directional move, if we're going to get a straight pump or if we're going to do something like that. Okay, so support going to be 3D21, and the deepest support we could anticipate going to be the 100 EMA. It is going to be at 200 sats, right? That's the deepest support we could anticipate right here, right there. So primary support, it is still going to be 280 to 290, and secondary support going to be at 200 sats right there. Okay, but targets, it is still all the way up to $600. $600, yeah, $600, yes. Yeah, double stream, okay. Okay, let's take a look at DGTX. So DGTX kind of kind of pump a little bit. Last time was like 6 sats. Now we had no, that's Ether, okay. So it is still slipping right here. The volatility, it is still low. So it is just a matter of time, but I think this move is coming, right? This move is coming, right? Going back up to like a 12 sats, right? No, actually 1200. Okay, it is ETH. It is versus ETH. I'm getting confused with versus BTC, right? So that's the move we're going to be looking for right now. It is just about like a 85, right? Okay, 85, right? So that's a big move right there, man. That's a big move, right? That's a big move right there. That's a 10x move versus Ether. That's the only resistance I can see on a weekly basis, right? Or higher. Okay, I like the parabolic move. I know we're gonna get the parabolic move to the downside, to the upside again. You know, if it doesn't get delisted or anything, we most likely going to get the parabolic move. I've seen these setups like on VRA, BTC. Now people are talking about VRA, BTC, but when Sun Crypto talk about VRA, VRA was right here, like a 2 sats. 2 sats, guys, 2 sats. And take a look at VRA right now, right? It pumped like over 6,000%, okay? Over 6,000%. So when we talk about VRA, it was right here, right? That's when we started talking about it, right there. 1.5 to you know, support 1.5 to you know, 1.4 sats and all that good stuff. Okay. So sometimes just because something is dumping and slipping and all that good stuff doesn't mean it is going to slip forever. So if you see a VRA back down to like a 30 sats right there, right now it is just about like 70 sats. So we could still dump back down to like a 35 sats. That's going to give us another parabolic move. Okay, just like CELR and Harmony and FET, double top, double bottom right here, could move sideways right here also, right, before taking off. So keep an eye on VRA, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at NU BTC. Someone says NU is slipping. NU doesn't have enough history, yo. So NU, it is still under accumulation, right? So if we retest the bottom right there, going to be definitely a good level to start reaccumulating. I'm not saying it will pump straight up, but it will be a start of it will be the beginning of a reaccumulation phase. Okay, so MACD, it is still looking very juicy right there. Take a look at it. Even though we don't have enough history, whenever you see a MACD making something like that and your signal line basically rejecting it, it means like MACD could be pumping. Okay, this is your MACD right there, the blue line. Okay, and that's your signal line right here, right? Okay, when you see something like that on the upside or on the downside, it doesn't matter. Okay, like that, when they basically repel each other right there, it is a very powerful tool, right? if we go back to BTC, we talk about it like when a couple days ago on a daily basis, right? What I was saying regarding BTC daily being negative, right? Remember? Hopefully you guys remember that, right? Right here. BTC was right there. Right there. I was like, if we dump, it has to be a very aggressive move. We're already getting the rejection right there. Okay, meaning like we're not breaking out to the upside, so it has to break out to the downside. Okay, I think I've seen it on a couple of other art on the weekly. I can't remember. I don't know if it is Uni. I don't think it's Uni. Let's take a look at Uni on a weekly basis. Okay, yeah, Uni right here also. Right there. This move. Uni move wasn't that tight neither, but it was close enough, right? Right there. Right. Yeah, 7 days was good enough. I seen it in another altar. I can't remember which one it is, but in Uni we're making the same type of price movement. I think it's File. Let's take a look at File USDT. Okay, great. Take a look at File right here. The rejection we got right there. So, you know, it is a very strong rejection. Okay, it is a very strong rejection. It is a good tool to have in your toolbox. Okay, this negative momentum on your MACD, or positive. It could be positive, as I just showed you on NU, right? Hey, son, Jamie in the house. Hey, what's up, Jamie? Jamie. What's up, Jamie? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Mark, it's been a while, man. Where you been at? J Boss in the house, man. J Boss. Okay, you must be talking about NU USDT, right? But let's go ahead and move on to Mana for J Boss, the boss of the chat room, living in a Decentraland. So take a look at it right here. We just talked about what the negative momentum right here on basically Filecoin and all that good stuff. So it seemed like Mana is starting to create a descending not a descending but a downtrend momentum, right? So let's take a look at the Fibonacci. Swing low, we just hit like a support area right here. I think we talked about the support range, so we just sitting tight at support. If we break the support level right here at 64 cents, we got 56 cents as, you know, as our next support, right? 64 cents, right? If we break out below it, we got 56 at 0.618, right? 56 right here. So give it some time. We needed to break out above the range of $1. We did break out above 96, but couldn't close above it. So it could just be another retest of support, or even lower, retest the absolute support right here. So if you see somewhere around this range, it could be a good level to reaccumulate, just in case we break out below 0.618, right? Just in case we broke out below 0.618. On the way up, it was looking great. Okay, haven't talked about it for a while, but on the way up, starting like from 70 cents, you know, 68 cents, was looking great. I think it is going to do a 44 cents. 44 cents going to be at 0.786 right here. So, but we can't skip like a 0.618. So we just have to focus on 0.618 first, right? And see what type of bounce we're gonna get. That's what I would do, right? Personally, right? Unless you basically just want to wait. If you want to be patient, yes, we can still drop all the way down to 0.888. But if you're short-term swinging, right, you got 56, all right? And after that, you could potentially even get like 71 before retesting your 44, 46 range, right? Which is at, 0.786 Fibonacci, right? So give it time, right? Just give it time. And if you want to look for a reversal, wait for your 6-hour bull divergence. I mean, I know you're looking for 0.786, but let's break out below our 100 EMA on 3D basis first, right? So we didn't basically talk about the 3D, the lower time frame, but keep an eye on it also, okay? I know you want your 44, but that's why I'm saying, you can basically skip the 0.618 right here, okay? A nice confluence with your 100 EMA right there. So overall, it is still a correction. Nothing is going on since like May 7th, right? We just trading in this range of let's say 98 down to like 40 cents, okay, over the last like 3-4 months. Okay? So we're not seeing like a huge breakout like that. We're not seeing something like that. It is just doing something like this. So it is just sideways correction. So just respect the support and resistance, and that's it till we get a clean breakout. All right, guys, I'm just gonna cut it short today. I'm not gonna make it a 1 hour and a half live stream. And so we can go for another live tomorrow. We're gonna talk about XRP, ICP, Atom, Tezos. Of course, we're gonna talk about BTC and Ethereum, right? But we're gonna talk about other alt tomorrow, Saturday morning, hopefully, if I can wake up early. If I don't get wrecked in my sleep, I can wake up early and we're gonna go for a live stream, right? All right, guys, be safe out there, man. I'll talk to you guys later.